Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. So we had a big fight coming up this Saturday. Anthony Yarde will take on Arthur Beterbiev, and Arthur Beterbiev's 3 titles will be on the line. Arthur Beterbiev is 18-0 with 18 knockouts. Nobody has went the distance with him. The question is, when Anthony Yarde, will he even make it to the final bell? How does Anthony Yarde beat Arthur Beterbiev? How do you beat a dude that is undefeated and nobody's went the distance with him? How do you game plan for a guy like this? Anthony Yarde is going to have to damn near fight perfect to win this fight. I mean, he's going to have to really try to mix up. The problem is with Arthur Beterbiev, you can hit him, but the problem is what happens when he lands that first meaningful punch. It always seems to go down the drain once Arthur Beterbiev gets into a rhythm. He is a slow starter for the most part. I would say Anthony Yarde may just need to go full-fledged. You know what? I'm just going to go in there and just try to take his head off and see what happens. And I think Joe Smith thought he could do that, and you see what happened to him. But every fight is different. Every fighter is different. Maybe that may work with Anthony Yarde. Maybe he does need to try to go in there and try to steamroll Arthur Beterbiev and see, can he maybe just get him out of there. You know, because at the end of the day, what else can you do? Because if you try to box with him, well, eventually he lands something meaningful. And that's the problem. What do you do when he starts landing punches? Because Arthur Beterbiev can box. He doesn't get enough credit for his boxing ability. Yes, he is a slow starter, but once he gets going, he can get into a rhythm. And he can box. He's not just he's not just a power puncher and a slugger. He can box. He can break you down. Anthony Yarde is going to have to be almost perfect. He is going to have to really try to mix it up. He's going to have to give Arthur Beterbiev some looks that he hasn't seen before. But at the end of the day, Anthony Yarde isn't anything that Arthur Beterbiev hasn't done before or hasn't been able to deal with. You just got to wonder, how is he going to pull this off? Unless Arthur Beterbiev just looks extremely old. And in all likelihood, you got to go with Beterbiev to win this fight. Like I said, Anthony Yarde is just going to have to, he may have to at times do a little bit of boxing, try to jump in and jump out, try to hit him with different type of angles. He may have to get on his bicycle at times. Is he capable of doing that? Because one thing about Arthur Beterbiev, he can stalk you, he can walk you down. So what would be the game plan? To mix it up? Try to confuse Arthur Beterbiev? Because like I said, Arthur Beterbiev isn't as easy as you think to figure out. Marcus Brown had a good game plan, and he was having his moments at times, but you kind of saw what was going to happen. Once Arthur Beterbiev started to hit him, it was just downhill afterwards, and he ended up stopping Marcus Brown. And you got to keep it a buck. Anthony Yarde isn't the best opponent that Beterbiev has fought, to this day. You just got to be honest. You just wondering, what can Anthony Yarde do? Well, if he finds a way to win this fight, that's basically how you'll be able to analyze and break down how he won the fight, because the question is, how is he going to win this fight? You're just hoping that he can at least last a few rounds with him. But he told me that he's going to shock the world when they have this fight. Now, he told me this last June. They were supposed to fight in October, but he told me he going to shock the world. He say he going to surprise everybody. He told me that he knows how to beat Arthur Beterbiev, but we shall see. It's easier said than done, and I truly mean it's easy to say you're going to beat Arthur Beterbiev, but the question is, yeah, can you get it done? And so far, nobody's been able to get it done, yet alone finish a full-fledged scheduled whatever, how many rounds is supposed to take place. So we'll see on Saturday. Like I said before, usually I can break down how a fighter can be successful, but like I said before, you've seen people try everything, and it didn't work. You look at Voslik, he was having some he was having some moments where he was, boxing with Arthur Beterbiev, landing some shots, but the problem is Arthur Beterbiev was landing his shots as well. And it ended up breaking Voslik down, and he ended up stopping him. You seen it with Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown, once he started getting hit, night. Joe Smith Jr., once he started getting hit, it was downhill afterwards. So, like I said before, we're going to have to see how this is going to play out. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.